just an appearance. See, what a beautiful word. We always do what? Either accept it or reject it. Accept what I like it, reject what I don't like it. And that is our struggle starts. I want to hold on to something. I want to not think of something. It repels me. So, do not accept. That means try to practice every day. In this world, I am here. Don't accept and don't reject. Whatever comes, take it as it is. And think, AJ, remain established in the pure Brahman, or holding on to that which exists between the animate and inanimate objects. It's a sadhana, it is a spiritual practice. It's a great spiritual practice. Very difficult. Simple word. Don't accept, don't reject. Accept means, I am excited, I got it, ha ha ha. Huh? Reject, I hate it, I dislike it. See, all our suffering is in. Either you accept it when you are excited, that's also suffering, that will cause you some suffering. And reject it, you'll have to struggle, I'll have to get out. Why get out? As things come, just accept as it is, knowing that they are unreal. And the truth is that only one is real, that is God. That is Brahman. That is a very high spiritual practice. He's not talking about japa, meditation, say, viveka, vairagya, nothing. But it is a summation of all vairagya, viveka. This is the great struggle. Every day we suffer from it. I want this. I like this. I hate this. And all our whole day's job, all garbage comes out of it. My liking, my disliking, my happiness, my misery. Don't say so. Think, let it come as it is. I am not all this. I am beyond. I am that ever blissful self. That's why this book is for a very high grade student, not the students of Vedanta ABCD students. ABCD students we are, so we should have to do Viveka, Vairagya, then every day Samadhi, Sat Sampatti, Mumukshata, practice this, Japa, Japa, Japa. Good for us, but we are talking of a student of this category. No rejection, no acceptance. Have you the courage to do that? I don't accept anything, I don't reject anything. As it has come. Devotees say it is God sent. Whatever God has sent, accept it. Gita says, Sukhe dukkhe shame kritva labha labhu jaya jayu tato juddhasya. Therefore, Sukhe dukkhe shame kritva. Happiness comes, welcome. Suffering comes, welcome. Sukhe dukkhe. How? Shame kritva. They are all equal for me. I don't care for. I am not rejecting. I am not accepting. In life's journey, whatever comes, comes. What can you do? Your train is moving. And in your train journey, your train by the road, railroad, you see one city coming, another city going, another village coming, another mountain coming, another tunnel coming. So you will cry, why tunnel is coming? I don't want it. Oh, this house is coming. Oh, the county has coming. What a beautiful life. You get excited unnecessarily. You spoil your whole energy and excitement, and they suffer for that. So what will be the Vedanta student? That's why Swami Kritva, Sama, equal. Sukha comes, I don't welcome it. I don't want it. It has come, okay. Dukkha comes, okay, let it be so. Sukhe, dukkhe, shame kritva. Lava, so you have accomplished something. And alava, You have lost something. That's okay. What is there? Life will go on. Train will run. Train is not stopping. It is non-stop train. Our life does not stop. See, Acha, you like or dislike, did in our life today 6 o'clock came and did 6 o'clock go away or still it is holding? Can you hold on 6 p.m. or reject 6 p.m. from your life? You have no power to do that. Sun came, shine whole day. Now it is going, night is coming. Can you hold on? I don't like it. Stop it. Someone comes with a smiling face. I don't like it. Oh, I like it. Can you change it? Who is coming just now? Who is going there? Can you change it? So why this mad attempt to be happy in this world in this way? Coming, let it be so. Wonderful. Thank you, God. Let something go. Okay, thank you, God. Who is happy? Gita's teaching is this, no? So even for ordinary thing, we say it is God's will. Take it as God's will, no? This COVID going on, how many people are in much difficulty? Some was friends, relatives are in difficult situation, going through the utmost suffering. Pray for them, do for them, but ultimately we have to accept. Can you stop anyone's death or cure? It's not in your hand. Who was considered to die came back very smilingly, and some people was very healthy, went there and within 2 days gone. For realistic life, real life, this is a great sadhana. So that's why what to do, this is the third point. What to do, we understand that there is a state beyond all this. But what to do for us? Let Shuddha Chaitanya remain. And whatever come, let it come, let it go. There was one Bal Sekhar, that what is the name, last name I forgot. He was Ramana Maharshi's in lineage. So he used to say, I am not responsible for anything because it is not going on my will. Things will come, things will go. Yeah, his son was fighting for Indian army, and in Kashmir he was brutally killed. I have nothing to do. He knows my love for the son is there, but it came, it went. This has to happen. He used to say, it has to happen, it has happened. But we, it has happened, I'll correct it, change it, whole world. Change. By that change, you become changed. Look at the world who fight too much, they get worn out. Ultimately, they're all pride and ego. One day get crushed. Accept. We call it mother's will, no? God's will. It's another language. Language is different. Accept whatever comes. Just say, okay, it's okay. I'm not getting attached. Accept what is gone, goes away. Accept it. Then who can take your peace? So this is the lesson. Therefore, do not accept or reject entire inner or outer universe. Outer universe we are talking about. Inner universe also. Your feeling of insult, your feeling of fear, your feeling of excitement, it is internal in your mind. We want to hold on to something, feeling of good, and reject what is unpleasant mentally. So inner and outer world, keep that it is then do not accept. Neither accept, neither reject. Like the table. Does this table get elated if it is decorated with something, or it is just kept a dust, let dust gather on it? It has no sense. But we should be full of sense, aware. It has no awareness. We are not going to be stone or a brick, but we'll be aware that this comes and goes. It is not me. This is in time it comes, in time it goes. I don't accept, I don't reject. It's a great, great, great sadhana. Every day, to surrender, in bhakti language, to surrender to God, let thy will be done. People say, let thy will be done. Whatever is coming, whatever is going, I accept as your blessings. যে কেহ মোরে দিয়েছ সুখ, দিয়েছ তারি পরিচয়, কি তাহারেই আমি নমি। যে কেহ মোরে দিয়েছ দুঃখ, দিয়েছ তারি পরিচয়, তোমারেই আমি নমি। Oh Lord, I salute you. Anyone have given me a touch of joy, it is you have given. I salute you, not the person. And anyone has caused some suffering for me, they have made me acquaint with your presence. It is you who have given me the suffering and pain. So this is the point. Everything is coming from God. Who are you? Just let go. Let it happen. You think of the divine, that unchanging state. Think of that. That is the state. All things are happening, ripples, and it comes and goes. Now this fourth verse, so the note says, and this says that holding on to that. Now we have to hold on to that. Where? On page 308 top. Holding on to that, that means capital that Brahman, and that reality which exists between the animate and the inanimate. This world which is moving and non-moving, that remains in between. That means a state of perfect blissful state. That the universe does not exist at all during the 3 periods of time is the inner meaning. That means this world do not accept or reject the entire inner or outer universe, remain established in the pure Brahman, or holding on to that which exists between the animate and inanimate object. Meaning that you remain in a state all the time which is there, which was there, which is now, which will be there. Brahman is all the time, no? Trikala abadhita. Everything is bound by the 3 kala, no? I was born one day, I am living now, I'll die one day. So I have a past, I have a present, I have a future. But Brahman was there before my coming, is now here. If I die, Brahman will remain. So remain in that Brahman consciousness. Yeah, what we can take from our perspective, as I said, very important to think that don't accept, don't reject. Whatever comes, let it come, let it go. You remain in the consciousness where there is no change, there is no past, present, future. That means we say, hold on to the feet of the Lord and accept whatever comes and goes. Give it to God. Now, 4th verse. Jara ajara drishyor madhye, jara ajara drishyor madhye, jat tattvam paramarthikam, jat tattvam paramarthikam. Ananto akasha hridayam tat. Ananto akasha hridayam tat. Sadasraya sarvada. Sadasraya sarvada. জড় অজড় মধ্যে জড় দৃশ্যর মধ্যে the drisya, the visible object, sarvada, always, ashraya, take refuge. You take refuge, kothay? In that. You take refuge in that. We say take refuge in God. Vedanta will say take refuge in that Sat, that Satchidananda Brahman. You take refuge in that Satchidananda. You think Satchidananda is the only thing. So you take your surrender, or you feel that that is the only reality, which is paramarthikam, which is all the time there, which is eternal, which will be absolute. Huh? Tattam, and that is the truth. So take refuge in the truth, which is the supreme reality, and that pervades every heart like the widespread infinite space. And that Satchidananda remains where? It pervades everywhere. Every heart means not only heart, but everywhere. Infinite space. And remains in between the knowledge of the sentient and the knowledge of the insentient. And when we say it is Chetan, conscious, and it is non-conscious, this is Jara, and we are conscious. So what is the distinction between the conscious and unconscious? There is no distinction between consciousness and unconsciousness. Everything is the conscious entity. So you focus on that, take refuge in that truth only, which is the supreme reality, and that pervades every hridaya, heart, like the widespread infinite space. Space pervades everywhere. Space is not cannot be blocked anywhere. So Satchidananda is everywhere. Take refuge in that Satchidananda. And that truth, infinite, and that truth which remains in between the knowledge of the sentient and the knowledge of the insentient. So that note is here. What does it mean? It says that the knowledge, note number 4, the knowledge of inanimate object is the knowledge that arises out of mental modification about the object, like a pot, a canvas, and so forth. The knowledge of animate object is knowledge regarding the knower, the doer, the enjoyer. See, knower of this object, what is the, how do you know this object? Because your mind is functioning. Mind is modified in the image, what is we see outside. A ray of light comes, falls in our eyes, creates an image inside, and that sensation is carried to the nervous system, to the brain, and then it produces to the mind. And mind, so what is there actually, I do not know. What my mind creates the image, I know the object to be that. No, it's my mental image. So long my mind is there, I perceive what is outside. That's why it is said, inanimate object. These are jara. All these object is inanimate, and then it is known to the mental modification. The knowledge of the animate object is knowledge regarding the knower. Animate object means what is conscious. The consciousness, what is consciousness? We cannot see. We are a mixture of animate and inanimate. No, inanimate is the body, animate is the consciousness. No, so when mentally you can think of the consciousness, inanimate object, the knowledge of the animate object is knowledge regarding the knower and the doer, the enjoyer, who says, I am doing, I enjoy. So that is the fine part in it. So that is to be understood separately. Then that, when you can understand that, then that you are separating these two knowledge. So always you take refuge in the truth, which is the supreme reality and pervades every heart, and is widespread like that, and stands between the knowledge and the knowledge of the sentient and the knowledge of the insentient. Knowledge of the sentient happens when the mind is modified. Knowledge of the insentient happens when mind does not modify. So it is unmodified and modified. In between there is a state where the modification ends and non-modified state comes. It's a very fine level. One wave comes up, another wave comes. That means there is a point when there is no wave. That is the experience of the sentient state. So it is said, stay in that state when there is no modification. That means hold on to the consciousness and take refuge in that truth, and that truth that is everywhere, in every place. Particularly they are talking about in the heart. And Ananto akaso hridayam tat sadasraya sarvada. You remain always established in that. You take refuge in that Satchidananda self. Verily within both types of knowledge, the manifestation of the self-luminous Brahman spontaneously pervades in every heart. To concentrate the mind on that reality itself has been described here. Okay, another 10 minutes are there. So, fifth verse. Drishya drashtu drishyasya satyangam drashtu drishwasya satvangam bandha itiyo vidhiyate bandha itiyo vidhiyate drashta drishyavasad baddho drashta drishyavasad baddho drishyabhave vimuchyate drishyabhave vimuchyate. Drishya abhave. When there is no drishya, there is no object to be seen. When the object will go away, when the mind will go away. See, this universe will be there. If you close your eyes, this drishya is gone. So drishya abhave, drashtu drishyasya sangat. Again and again repeating the same idea. Drashtu and drishya. Drishya is visible object, and drashtu means he who observes. I am seeing this object. When it gets connected, drishyasya sattva anga sattvat, existence of this existence and connection, that is the bandha. That is called the bandha, bondage. The reality of the sense objects or its relationship with the seer is called the bondage. There is an object and I am perceiving it, and this relationship, I perceive this. This is called bondage. That means don't see anything but God. When you see any object, then you are in bondage. That is verily the state of bondage of the conscious seer when it comes under the control of the seen, the object. Seer who sees is always perfect. But when it comes under the bondage, under the control of the seen, see our eyes, anything goes there, our eyes is going. Huh? That means this is not no freedom. It is a slave. Whatever seen, while someone is moving, my eyes will run there. Someone is saying, what is that? You are a slave of the sound. You have no freedom. Huh? Any good fragrance comes. Hey, what is this? Where is coming from? All inquisitive. Only seer and the seen. And the seen, that means this show, the objects of the senses, have made a slave. My eyes will have to run there. My mind will have to run there. I am a helpless guy. I cannot. If just now if someone knocks the door, hey, who has come? It's very spontaneous. But this, we have become connected so much values to these five sense objects that we have become slave of them. So to say that is the very least state of bondage. Bondage of whom? That I am the conscious self. I'm the conscious observer, conscious seer. Here you see, seer is capital. Yes, eternal seer, observer. But forgetting that, when it comes under the control of the seen, the objects of five senses, tongue, food, eyes, beauty, nose, fragrance, ear, sound. So everything has made me a slave of it. When that is called the bondage. Again, the seer becomes totally free whenever there is the absence of the seen. Seen, when one can free himself from the objects, that there is no object, many objects, is only Brahman. Or in devotion you call there is only Bhagavan, God is there. When you see only God, one, then you are free from bondage. When you see anything, five objects of the senses are dragging us, forcing our consciousness to be subjected to its control. And that is the mind is playing its role. So, oh dear, the reality of the sense objects or its relationship with the seer is verily called bondage. So whenever a relationship is set with the seer and the seen, object, subject and object, that is bondage.
But when you see something and with impulse I see, then right away, if I tell my mind, that's Brahman.
Then it is not the question. If you see oneness, we are talking that. See consciousness only. That is the freedom.
No, I'm not really seeing, but that's as a part of the practice that's saying right away. My mind is running and then I say like that. That's Brahman.
Say like that, you have to feel like that. You say you cannot, yes, we are talking about, the question is this. Suppose, as I have described, that anything, any object of the five senses, they are made a slave. Or I am the seer, I am the Satchidananda Brahman, but I have become a slave. Why slave? Any object passing by, any person passing by, anything connected with the five senses and the mind, and it drags us. And they control me. I have no freedom. But now her question is that if I see Brahman there, I think it is Brahman. Yes, if you think Brahman, then you will not feel special attraction for that, a special attraction for that, or rejection for that. That will drop. That is a sadhana. That's a sadhana. If we can do, then again, the same Brahman idea is coming. I have not to see that. Mind can easily be told, hey, why are you looking? It's only Brahman. What is your attraction? What is, as we read the last part, let things come and go. I am not connected with it. Things will come, things will go. Or it is Brahman in this name and form. So my mind, I should not be slave to run there. Because it is the one thing, what is here, what is there, what is here, what is inside. So if really that can be a sadhana, and great sadhana, to see Brahman in everything of the sense, through the sense object, whatever we perceive. It is not matter, but it is the consciousness. Or devotional term, it is Ramakrishna. Whatever I see, whoever I see, whatever I feel, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagno, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaiva, Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. We chant every day. We don't understand anything. Only mind, the mouth, we memorize the verse and we chant because it used to be chanted. Otherwise, they will not give food. But really, can you think, Brahmarpanam, my hand? It is not hand. Do you ever think? Tell me, who have thought? Today, did you think anyone? My hand is Brahman. The food I am taking, that is Brahman. Putting into the mouth, that is Brahman. Digestive system, it is going on Brahman. And then all activity is only Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. Who thought all these things? Even dualistic way, it is said, you are eating and think that you are offering to the Divine Mother who is in you. No? You are not eating. The Ma is eating, Mother. Huh? Or you are thinking that I am offering to my beloved Lord Sri Ramakrishna. He is eating. You forget yourself. Does it happen? So if we can practice that in every point of life, then you are a great sadhana. It is a big sadhana, spiritual practice. So in that case, you will not be special attraction for anything, special rejection for anything. It is only one reality, Satchidananda reality. If you see it is Ramakrishna here, Ramakrishna there, Ramakrishna there, so why you will be specially attracted to this and rejected to this? That question does not happen. So if we are really sincerely we can do that, that's the iti iti marga. What you say, neti neti, not this. It is iti iti. Seeing the consciousness, seeing that Satchidananda, seeing Rama, seeing Krishna, seeing Ramakrishna. These are the different ways of looking at that. If we can do that, that duality will vanish then. Can duality, I am not seeing duality. I am saying this is also Ramakrishna, that is also Ramakrishna, this is also Ramakrishna, that is also Ramakrishna. If one can put this idea in the brain, day and night it works on, so duality will collapse, duality will vanish. Because everywhere is the same. And Brahman idea, it is existence, it is thought, it is consciousness, it is consciousness. Whatever idea is appealing to your heart, take that. But practice this. Okay? So anything is there? Any question from anyone about another 5-10 minutes we can have some question. We have read up to 5th verse. We'll start 6th next day. What is that? This phone, this computer made it.
Sound was getting off.
Sound was getting off. So mechanical thing always gets something, and people say this is happening. We cannot. Hey, see, you have no control. The mechanical thing, everything is so much machine, so physical, but you have no control. It can hear, it can sometimes don't hear. Sound can be on, sound is on, but still not functioning. So, what is your control? So, that's the control of the consciousness. So, yes, that's why true. Yes, we will have to do our dharma. Yes, of course. But that's why we are here. Tough it may be, and whatever the outcome, we'll have to do our karma, of course. And only karma, but to understand this life is not very so much the way we look at it. Rather, we should look, it is only Sri Ramakrishna's play going on, or it is the play of the Satchidananda. I am only in playing with the divine. Whole day I played with the divine. তাই তুমি আনন্দ আমার পর রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুর says তুমি তাই এসেছো নিচে আমায় নইলে ত্রিভুবনে স্বর তোমার প্রেম হতো যে মিছে. Oh Lord, your play of love would have been meaningless had I not been here. You have come down to play with me in ফিরছো কত মনোহরণ বেশি, very attractive. You have taken many attractive costumes, and you are playing with me. And if I was not there, whom will you play? That's why it is a joy, play of fun with God. So that God idea, duty, nothing duty is all I'm playing with God. From morning, what hard duty is a play. So when we are talking about Brahman idea, so that is the highest idea. What does one do when there is separation with the very state of Brahman? At time when one falls down into a lower truth of realization and then comes craving. Good, let the mind fall down and let it come up again. I am not affected. His mind has done. Because you are studying Vedanta, you can say. Understand? That the question is that what does one do when there is separation with very state of Brahman? I am not connected with Brahman. Huh? At times, at certain time I can, certain time I disconnect. When one falls down into a lower truth, then that means the world. What it matters? My mind has come down in the lower truth. Okay, now I understand. Let me push it up. This is mind's play going on. I'm not the mind, I'm the boss of the mind. So sadhana, that is the sadhana. All the time to lift the mind in a higher level. Connect with consciousness, connect with God, connect with. That's why you say pray in a dualistic language. Pray, salute, think of Him, and then chant some mantra. That is the power to connect, to lift. It has come down lower level, push it in the upper level. Or you can do yourself or take help of God, pray to Him. Or think that is the play of the mind. I don't accept it, I don't reject it. Just to read that verse. Mind is come this way. Okay, let it come, go. Don't pay attention. If you pay attention, then you are in much trouble. If you pay too much attention, then he gets very important and he wants to dance more in front of you to show the importance. But if you say, okay, you can, thank you, go. Say a crazy guy coming and you face him. You just start attacking him or he does something. Even he does some gesture, posture, you just ignore. Let him come. He will not bother you. You react, it will be reaction will coming. So take as it is, it comes, let it go. So that should be the practice. We'll have to do that. From my personal experience, I will say that in a severe depression, you should talk with a counselor because he can give you verbal hope and desperate time, but they don't any special technique. Anyhow, so yeah, that's if the situation is bad, you have to go to the psychiatrist. That is true. Uh, is Brahman realization, realizing God at the end, and bhakti always being intoxicated in the same truth, leveled differently? Yes, truth is only one, it is leveled differently. Experience will remain the same. When you practice the path of Vedanta, when the mind goes to mindless state, and you are practicing bhakti, when your ego will be totally dissolved, it will be the same state of experience. That's why Patanjali, what Narada said, Amrita Sarupacha. Today we read, no? What we read? Satu asmin paramo prema rupa. Amrita rupacha. That means that truth is full of bliss, full of joy, full of blessings. You talk from Vedantic star perspective or Narada says bhakti perspective. How does one remain established in the pure Brahman? It is lifelong struggle. Lifelong struggle to think, always think that it is, don't accept, don't reject, things have come, let it go. I am that unchanging absolute reality. Or I'm a child of God. Oh, things come, it is His Maya, it is God's play going on. So I should have to participate, just detached. So this is practice. Maya is so enchanting, right? True. See Brahman in everything. I think,
No more question. No more question.
I said, let me check it. No question, no question. That's good. No question, yes question. ঠিক আছে, so no more question. I don't see much. So let us end here. But the question is that only one question remains. It is all the time, all time the same question. Question is that how we can cope up with the problems of life. That is the major thing, no? Mind, don't get frightened if the mind goes to the lower level. Mind has got what's that to me? But don't tamper that and don't accept that. Ah, it has happened, happened. Forget that. You lift the mind in another level. Yeah. Always give a positive boosting. And mind will sometimes like it's babies. And mind always likes to play with little toys. So you can tell, hey, yeah, okay, you play for some time. Sometimes you say, hey, no, you'll have to do this. Control your mind and say, don't see duality. It is all God, 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 God. Spiritual life is nothing but seeing God everywhere. And that God we call Brahman, that God we call love, devotion. Yeah. God the personal, God the impersonal, whatever name you say. God, the book we read, there is no position of seeing duality. Even you go high above, your mind is still there. Dishya darshana. You are seeing divine form of God. No? Yeah. Your mind has become so pure you can see that. But that's not the end. Go further. When your ego will be totally gone, and you will see that only what remains, that remains. Who will say that? Till you reach that goal. The Vedanta's goal is don't stop till you reach that state of perfection where there is no other thing but alone that reality. You die, your mind is dead, your intellect is dead, your personality is dead.
Are the visions always precedes the deep realization? Visions of God always comes before that deep
Visions of
or can you have the deep realization without the visions?
it depends on the sadhaka, individual personality. Yeah. Normally it happens, you go this way, this way, this way across. Some people, this purity of the heart will, as much as it happens, you see divine things, divine experiences. Maybe some may not. Some constitutionally, some people don't have much vision or form. Gods and goddesses, they don't see much. They feeling, they feel the presence, they call. Many people cannot focus on the image. Many people are there in the spiritual realm. That's why Thakur said, do you believe in Nirakara or Sakara? In the morning we read, do you believe in form or the formless? No? So why it is said form or formless? That because it may be according to the constitution. Some may not be compatible with form. They cannot see anything. How much they visualize, nothing comes. No, for them, but they can feel the presence. That they can feel the all pervaded ocean of love and consciousness. Satchidananda ocean. Thinking this way, their mind goes to the cosmic level of consciousness. And they may not have vision. But some may have vision and then go to there. Ramakrishna. Look at the greatest example. Ramakrishna's vision of Mother Kali came first. And that Kali Ma become living. To Vivekananda also. It become lively and then radiant. And then ultimately Mother's form dissolved. It became an ocean of light. And he got drowned into the ocean of light. So what happened then? It is Nirguna, na? And this is Saguna. But this is the stage he showed that normal human personality. He is God himself. He's showing us the path, how one can transcend that level. This type of detailed description, we don't get much. Ramakrishna's life is unique. We can understand how spirituality evolves in one's life, takes them to that state. So, yes, in that case, they have the vision, pure mind, pure mind, pure mind, and the vision comes tangible reality. As I see this tangible, for Ramakrishna's mind, that was more tangible than Vivekananda when he was going to beg for his needs sent by Ramakrishna. He saw it is mother, tangible, living, conscious entity. And the whole world is permeated by her. Huh? And he felt so much shy to ask petty things from the Divine Mother. No. Yeah, he asked for Jnana, Bhakti, Viveka, Vairagya. Give me love, devotion, discrimination. Anyhow, Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Tomorrow we'll have class at 7:30 in the evening, Gospel, and any class 10:30 in the morning, Bhagavad Gita. Kathopanishad, sorry. Kathopanishad tomorrow morning at 10:30 by Swami Sattvayananda, and tomorrow 7:30 by Sarvadevananda, Gospel. Thank you.